What is happening, everybody? I made a little mistake starting the live stream up, and I had it in unlisted mode. I went live, and I was wondering, I was like, what the heck? Why is it not showing up? Where is my live stream? Why is nobody coming? Nobody likes me anymore, you guys. I hit 100,000 subscribers, and then just nobody showed up to my live stream. No, here we are. It is editing your photos day. What is happening, everybody? I'm seeing people in the chat. You guys are the best. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for all the congratulations. We got lots of people saying congrats on 100K. We hit it yesterday. We did it, you guys. We're gonna get that silver play button as long as I haven't broken any rules that I didn't know I broke. I think that's how it works anyway. You got to hit 100K and you gotta not break any rules. So what do we got? We got Sled Boss is in the building. Jason's here. Mr. Camera Junkie. He's going to be calling me out on my Dunna curves tonight. We got Victor's here. Olivier's here. Brian. Dominic's here. Jonathan. What's up, everybody? Kyle and Andrea in the building. Says time to get to 500K subs. One of these days, we're going to be there. We're going to be celebrating. Provided that I don't slip on all those banana peels you guys are tossing in the chat right now. EAU Media Production knows where it's at. Bananas in the chat. Kara, welcome. Mark's here. Thanks so much. Bentley. Another Jason. We got two Jasons in the house. John Hill's here. What's up, everybody? Thanks for coming out tonight. We're going to be getting to editing some of your guys' photos that you guys submitted. Of course. That's what we're here to do. That's what we're all about. And yeah, we're just we're letting everybody join in. I think we got 19 people in right now. Here's what I need you guys to do. I need you guys to, first of all, hit the like button if you haven't already. And then no fighting in the chat, Jasons. Leave each other alone. And then I need you guys to share this live stream, because when I started it up, when I went live, I accidentally put it in unlisted mode and then had to change it over to public mode. So I don't know if YouTube is going to share it around as much. I was having a little freak out about 25 minutes ago. I remembered at the last minute that I was supposed to be live streaming. I was like filming today and doing some editing and all sorts of other stuff, and was just like, I got time, no problem. We're going to do this. We got lots of time to film. I was cleaning up the studio, and then all of a sudden, it dawned on me that I had a live stream in 25 minutes from then. And here we are. So I'm just going to quickly give her a share over on Instagram. And if you guys would do the same, share it over on Instagram, share it over on Twitter, share it wherever you can share it. That would be really awesome and really helpful, so that people come and hang out. We got 21 people in here. Jason's, stop fighting. No fighting. Olivier says, what are your thoughts on the new Sony rumors? What would you like to see from the new line of cameras? I haven't really been keeping up with the rumors lately. I know that they are supposed to be unveiling something next week, but I don't 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure what kind of thing it is. I think it looked like maybe a compact camera or something like that. Obviously, there are lots of what am I trying to say here? Lots of rumors and stuff out there, but let's see. Live now on YouTube. I'm trying to find my stuff to share this. And yes, Mr. Camera Junkie, I saw that you so Mr. Camera Junkie tweeted and said, I just uploaded my raw file, getting ready for Dunna to apply the Dunna curve, and that was the thing that tipped me off. So if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't, there would be no stream right now. I would probably be filming something else. I'm filming a video about the Insta360 1R. So yeah, it's been a funny, half an hour here. John Hill with the $4.99 super chat says, coffee money for hitting 100K. Thank you so much, John. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate all of you guys coming and hanging out, and for being so supportive of what I do on this channel. And I hope that what I do on this channel also supports you guys and what you want to do. Helen says, hello everyone, how to send a picture. The submissions are now closed. I've already downloaded all the files, but every other week when we do this, I post a couple of days in advance of the live stream and let you guys know where to upload. So you'll have to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and keep your eyes peeled there. I also posted it on YouTube in the YouTube community. I'm trying to use that a little bit more. The community tab where you can post photos and do polls and stuff like that. So Olivier says, I heard the full frame ones are being announced in early June. Full frame Sony stuff. Interesting. That would be cool. Sony, hit me up. I want to test it. Ali says, congrats on 100K. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for all of the congratulations, and thank you to John for the early super chat coffee money. Oh, I gotta share this. Okay, I shared it. Now we're good. We're going. Here we are. Should we get into the first edit? We got a lot of photos today. Now, no matter how many times I go into my little Google form thing that I get you guys to submit, and I make sure that there's a little box that checks that says only allow you to submit one photo. Somehow you always get around it and you submit multiple photos. Don't. You guys, stop being so sneaky. You're sneaky ninjas. You're all on the SWAT team or something like that. You can actually see, that's because it starts out full, but then it ends up empty. But there is coffee in there. So there it is. There is coffee. That's probably way too many coffees today. It's okay, you guys. if you submit multiple, I'll probably just only edit one of them. I'm not actually mad. I'm not actually mad. Joel wants me to sell him my Elgato Cam Link. Man, the search for the Cam Link is strong right now. Everyone's trying to find capture cards so they can live stream right now, but they're sold out everywhere. Jeez. All right, so if you guys don't know how this works, we're hanging out here, we're having fun. I'm gonna edit some of the photos that you guys submitted. I'm just gonna kind of pick ones that I feel like doing, and if you want to be bumped up in the order of things, I take bribes. Give me some coffee money, and I'll try and find your photo a little quicker. But for now, let's get into it. I'm going to switch it over so you guys can see my screen here. Maybe. Let's see. Let me see. Here we go. We got a Red Bull today. Can I make my ticker on the bottom of the screen a bit smaller? Not at the current moment. I can overall, but I can't do it in the middle of a live stream. So what do we got today? And you guys can see my screen. Good. We're all good. So we got car interior. That's cool. We got some nice landscapes, some portrait, more landscapes. Ooh, some creepy Halloween stuff. I see some familiar photos, some stuff that I didn't get to in previous streams. I like it. I think I found some someone who snuck by my only submit one photo thing in there. All right. Cool. Okay. We got a good selection today. I feel like, is that all of them? Yeah, that's 44 submissions this week. That's awesome. Well, this one's popping out to me right off the bat. That's a cool shot. Big Porsche. All right. Yeah, that Jason just said the red Porsche interior is dope. It is dope, isn't it? All right, let's do this one. I feel like the music. Oh, there we go. Is that a stormtrooper action figure? Or a suit? I'm not sure. Okay, let's get over to the develop module. I'm getting sidetracked, you guys. Welcome, Rich. Thank you for your support. So right off the bat, the first thing that's kind of bugging me is that it feels like maybe this is a tough one because obviously your the headrest and the back, the chair back here aren't straight, but I don't know if leveling it out is going to help it at all. Let's just tighten this in just a hair. This is a NEF file, right? Yeah, so we're dealing with some Nikon. Ethan, welcome to the chat. If you guys are just joining us, I'm just getting started here. So make sure you go leave a like so that it tells more people to join the party. I'm gonna go and find some camera matching here. Some profiles. I never use the vivid one, but I kind of like it on this one. So if you guys don't know what these the camera matching is here, these are your profile browsers. So what happens is in your camera, you can choose like neutral, standard, vivid, landscape, portrait, those kinds of things. Those are up here too, but what happens is when you import them into Lightroom, it uses the Adobe ones and it like just does what it thinks is best, so Adobe Color. But then there are these camera matching ones, so it'll figure out what kind of camera you used, and then it'll apply what it thinks would be to match what you were seeing on the back of the camera. So I don't know, it doesn't record the information of what profile it used, which seems really silly that it wouldn't do that, but it doesn't. And so then you can go in and re-choose which one. But I like this vivid one. Farts Photography is in the building, says congrats on 100K. Thank you guys so much. I'm very excited about that. All right, we're gonna go to the calibration here. We're gonna bring over our blue a little bit, and that's just gonna make our red a little bit more pinky. And I'm gonna bring over my red primary a little bit and bring it back to that kind of an orange. Maybe not quite so much. We want to keep that red nice and vivid. Needs to be cropped in further, Keenan says. Yeah, it could be. It still feels like it's not straight to me. Well, the steering wheel is though. See, the problem is that that like on the left-hand side here, you can see more of the headrest. Like it curves up to the edge, whereas on the right-hand side it doesn't quite. So it's just, it doesn't quite feel like it's centered. So I don't know. I don't want to crop in too much because I like how you can see so much of the dash and the door and all those details and stuff. So if I start cropping in any further, unless I just did like a Instagram 4x5 center crop here and tightened it in, that might be kind of cool. I don't usually crop that much on you guys. I assume you took the photo that you wanted to take. That's kind of cool though. Okay, we'll go with that. We'll deal with that. Yeah, Rich nailed it. It said dash looks straight, but it's curved. Yeah, everything is kind of curvy in here, but they're like almost straight lines, and that's the worst, is when it's almost straight, so then it looks like a mistake. Okay. Honestly, there's not a whole lot to be done on this one. It looks pretty sick. I'm gonna bring down the highlights because we're a little shiny. And actually leave the shadows where they are and deepen the blacks a little bit. We're gonna go punchy, contrasty on this one. Hey. I'm gonna try and dial out some of the blues that are getting on the steering wheel there. Actually, I'm gonna kind of get rid of everything except like red, orange, and yellow. Maybe even a little bit less yellow. I want that Porsche symbol to stand out though, so I'm gonna use my luminance to jack up my oranges a little bit. I'm gonna saturate the reds even further, as if we needed more red. And I'm gonna deepen them a little bit. Dunk, dunk. Let's go to the tone curve. You guys know what's coming, but it's not. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to fade up the blacks on this one. This doesn't seem like that kind of a photo. Hey. Punching it. I'm going to pull the highlights back just a hair again. And then I am going to use a graduated filter, and I'm going to bring the exposure down a whole bunch. I'm going to try and kind of make the bottom and top match a little bit. Just a little bit more. because right now it's like all bright on the bottom, all dark on the top. I think it would be cool to kind of have a little bit of matching. So that's looking pretty sharp so far. I might actually add another graduated filter because you can see there's this one line of brightness on the bottom. I kind of want to like make it uber dark down there. Again, just trying to like get it to match the top a little bit better. Then we've got this kind of frame, which is like a cool thing that they did with the shot. No Dunna curve. You guys can't get me on this one. I want this one popping. I'm gonna just like bump the contrast even more. Probably going overboard. Add some texture. I've been loving the texture dial lately. I even dehaze it because it makes it a little darker. The dehaze does like nothing because there's no haze. It does a little bit. I'm feeling pretty good about this, I think. Let's just make sure my lens corrections are on. No, they weren't. Okay. I dig that. Yeah, I think I'm feeling pretty good about this. All right, one down. We got 46 people in the chat. I'm gonna try and catch up here. Charlie says, "Hey Dunna, first off, congrats. Second, kind of an off-topic question. What size thread for ND filter would you recommend?" I use 77s on everything, but if you can use an 82, like that's ideal, I guess, because then you won't ever have to buy bigger ones. If you buy big lenses, like if you look into any of the Sigma Art stuff or whatever, a lot of them are 82 millimeters. And right now, I've stopped myself from buying Sigma Art stuff specifically because none of my filters will fit, and that's not a good thing to do. So buy as big as you can, but I went 72, and all my current lenses, I just use step-up rings. So I guess I didn't show you guys a before and after here. So we got before. Technically the before isn't cropped in like that, but, and then bam, after. Poppin'. Is it centered? It's not quite centered. Let's center that up. There we go. There, that's a little better. Okay, before and after. Jason says step-up rings are a lifesaver when it comes to filters. Yes, I agree 100%. I just got a whole bunch of Freewell step-up filters. If you guys are into Freewell stuff, they do like magnetic filters. Their variable NDs aren't magnetic, but they're still awesome. And their step-up rings and their like magnetic attachments they still have threads on them, so you can still use normal filters on it. It's dope. So I just got a bunch of step-up rings so that I could use them on all my lenses. So all my lenses have permanently step-up rings on them. All right, quick coffee break with Dunna. Thanks for being here, guys. We got 46 people in the chat. If you haven't already, make sure to hit the big thumbs up. We're gonna get into the next photo, which is gonna be from Kara Marin. She came in with a $5 super chat. Said, "Mine is the one with the unicorn I found at the beach. Enjoy your coffee." Thanks, Kara. Thanks for the support, and thanks for sending in your photo. Let's see if we can find it here. Unicorn at the beach. I gotta get back to my library here. You guys can't see. Super Make Something says, awesome stream setup, loving the quality, also love coffee. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for the kind words. You are awesome. Okay, unicorn on the beach. I'm trying to find a unicorn on a beach. Unicorn on a beach. Kara, where's this? Oh, there's the unicorn. I found the unicorn. We got a unicorn, people. It's a raw file. We're just a hair out of focus on this guy, or maybe it's just a soft lens. So we'll have to try and crank up something to battle that a little bit. Was that an artistic choice, or is that just a soft lens or a misfire? Groovy tunes. Okay, what am I doing? I'm just grooving out here. All right, we're gonna go camera matching. This is a Sony. I like the neutral or just standard. Let's go standard today. Just crank up some contrast, bring up the shadows, pull down the highlights. Ooh, we got a little bit of a sunset going on in the back there. Okay, let's crop. We're gonna go Instagram 4x5 crop. We're gonna straighten out the horizon. What I think is the horizon anyway. Unicorn on the beach. Kara says she thinks it's a misfire, might have sent the wrong file. Well, we'll deal with it. We got this texture slider. There, now it's in focus. Crank that up a little bit. Luckily it was kind of like all a little like soft. And so you just crank up that texture and it doesn't make anything look too weird. Jake Sloan says, yo, done and did it. Hope you're doing well and congrats on 100K. Thanks, man. Thanks for coming by. All right, and we're gonna, I wonder what would happen. So Kara, a couple weeks ago, she shared my stuff and I was making a free preset. So here's her preset here. Only she and I have it. It doesn't really work for this photo though. All right, let's go back here, calibration. You guys are gonna see me do very similar things on a lot of these because that's the way that I work. I'm going quick. This is a speedy one. I'm gonna get some contrast in here. And bump up. You know what? I'm gonna use graduated filter here to get a little bit more light in my foreground. Because our unicorn is just a little dark and I don't want to blow out the sunset in the back. Photo editing speed run. I always like watching the Mario speed runs and stuff. Okay, that's a little better. I should really just make like a preset for the Dunna curve. Here it comes. Here it comes, you guys. What is my take on rule of thirds? I use it a lot of the time, and then I trash it when I don't feel like using it. There are lots of like things like that, though. Let's get our unicorn centered up here. So I'm going for center. So as far as the rule of thirds goes, I've got nothing on the lines. I guess kind of like the body is on that one line, but I'm mostly going for a center eye shot, which when you throw a little bit of a vignette, draws your eyes to the middle, and then bingo bango, you got a base. That didn't make any sense. Okay, now we got rainbow hair, so I can't mess with the colors too much. But let's make this a little gritty by desaturating some of the colors. I'm gonna leave my actually, I kind of like it a little desaturated across the board here. It's got kind of like a gritty, you know, somebody's old toy left on the beach kind of thing. Jay Littman's in the house. I'm gonna get some more texture. Actually, I'm gonna go into my detail. Oops, I'm doing this all backwards here. We're gonna mask a little bit. If you guys don't know, if you hold Option or Alt while you're moving this masking, it'll show you the lines that it's actually going to apply the sharpening to. And that way I can crank my sharpening and try and get it looking like it's a little more in focus. This is, yeah, we got gritty on this one. Let's crank some clarity up a little bit. This is artsy. So we got before and after. It's still, I couldn't quite battle all of the fact that it's not quite in focus, but it almost looks like maybe it's like motion blur, like maybe you're moving a little bit. But I think that turned out pretty cool. Kara Marin, thank you so much for submitting. I appreciate it. Let's take a quick coffee break with the Dunna, and then we're gonna get on to something else. I got a bunch of super chats I gotta catch up on. Brenda's in the house. Welcome, Brenda. My computer's trying to freeze on me. How bad would that be if it, like middle of a live stream, it just froze on me? Farts Photography, $10 super chat, says, I sent you a raw file. The couple walking by the science world, large golf ball looking thing. Okay, I'm on it. We got 52 people in the chat. Welcome everybody. Thanks for joining me. We hit 100K on the channel last night, 100K subscribers. Feels crazy. It feels like everything changed and nothing changed all at the same time. Okay, I'm looking for a couple walking by a science center that looks like a golf ball. Hey. I gotta see these a little bigger. Brenda says, sorry I'm late. I was cooking some yellow curry. That's okay. I'm 2 photos in at this point. Where's a couple? Okay, there's a couple, but there's no science center. There's another couple, but that's a big rock. What else do we got here? Am I missing a photo or something? Curry sounds good right now. Casey Anderson says, congrats on 100K. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Hey, I'm not finding this photo. Farts Photography. Where is it, my dude? It is rainy. Is it rainy everywhere? Has it just been raining like crazy? JP says, how many do you think you'll edit? I usually get through like 10 to 12 maybe. Yeah, farts photography. I am not seeing it anywhere here. Am I missing it or something? Anybody else seeing? Oh, I think this is it. The flowers. Because that's the golf ball thing, right? No, I don't think this is it. I don't know. Jeez. Are you still in the chat? Have we lost you? Okay, well, I'm going to move on to the next one, but I'll come back when you reply in the chat there. Oh, there you are. Now you're there. Are you seeing your photo anywhere in here? Or am I losing it? Huh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got all of them. Okay, we're moving over to the camera here for a second, and I'm just gonna quickly double check that I didn't miss anything. There are 45 files in there, and I've got 44 files in here. Okay, so I am missing one. Where is it? It doesn't want to import. I can't import it. It's a DSC file from a Nikon. I don't think that's the right type of file, my dude. I apologize, but I owe you one for next time. We'll have to figure out if it's a Nikon. You should be sending me a NEF file, NEF, not a DSC file. Sorry, man. I owe you one for next time when you get it sent in the right file format, though. All right, I'm trying to catch up here. We're gonna find the next super chat here. We got Ken Moser, super chat, $10, says congrats on 100K, well deserved. Thank you, thanks so much. Did you have a photo in here, Ken? Let me see. Maybe if I do this. Ken Moser. I don't see anything in the folder. Okay, I'm gonna move on. Ken, let me know if you got a photo in there. Just tell me what it is, because I don't see your name popping up anywhere here. Some of them don't have names on them. We got a bit of a special guest photo here today to do a little bit later. Yeah. Anyway, Ken, thank you so much for the super chat. By the way, that's going to get me a whole bunch of coffee. $10 to buy a lot of coffee for a guy who brews his own coffee at home. So, Jason Mace, $5 super chat, says, I prefer tea, but I guess coffee is okay. You can pick whichever one of my two, portraits of the girls down there towards the bottom. Jason May, we got 2 photos from you. We got a little bit of a close-up, and then we got the sunny field. Oh geez, let's go with this one. I really dig this photo. This is a classic framing that I would take, and why I say that is because then I would get it into Photoshop, or sorry, into Lightroom, and I would immediately regret that I didn't take it just a little bit wider. And I say that because I'm an Instagram photographer, and I would want to crop it to 4:5, and then all of a sudden I'm chopping off her kind of cool pants here that are look like they've been worn well, although most likely were bought that way. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm not even gonna crop it. I'll let you, if you want to crop it later, you can crop it. I'm just gonna edit the whole photo. What kind of file is this? ARW, we got some Sony shooters in the house. All right. I do that all the time, man. Seriously, like I'll take the photo and I'll be like, this is the perfect framing, like just enough little bit of headroom, and I've got everything in that I want. And I was like, I should have taken 2 steps back, or zoomed out, or whatever I needed to do at the time. Okay, let's go grab our camera matching profile. Portrait. It's gonna smooth things out a little bit. It's a Sony, so I know what I'm doing with it. we're gonna use our white balance here to warm it up. You already shot it super warm, which is nice, but we're gonna get it really popping warm. Herbal says, every time I messed up in so many pics that way. Yeah, I think it's a pretty common thing, like, because your natural tendency is going to be to like nail it in camera as much as you can. So of course you're not thinking like, oh, I need to crop this later. But if only there was a way to set your camera to 4x5, or like have you know, guides or something on that. Mr. Camera Junkie says, raise the tint. It's already at +6. No, see, that's way too pink. It's good. It's good. People like to hate on Sony colors, but I like my Sony colors. I'm gonna bring down the clarity a little bit, which I like to do in portraits. Where's our focus? I didn't quite nail focus on the eyes in this one. I think it's tough. It's like the hand. Wherever the hand is, that's where we got focus on this one. Might have just been motion blur too, moving around a little bit. Looks like it was an action shot. Oh, we're at 1/1000th of a second though, so. You can set the aspect ratio in your camera, yes, but you can't set it to 4x5, unfortunately. Let's get some texture going here. That'll give us a little bit more sharpness on the face. And I'm gonna bring up my saturation, but down my vibrance a little bit. That'll give us a little bit more like orangey tones in there. Tone curve. Y'all know what's going down here. It's gonna be a heavy curve on this one, I think, too. Camera Junkie, where you at? You have to focus on the eyes for the photo to look nicer. You don't have to if there's like an artistic reason to not, but like you want, typically for portrait photos, you want the people looking at the eyes. But you just want to focus on whatever the subject is, the thing that you want to draw people's eyes to. So for example, like if she had a big rock on her finger or something like that, like if she was showing off the like an engagement ring or something like that, then maybe it would make sense that like our hand seems to be the most in focus thing. And it's not like it's far off on this one, like it's pretty darn close, to the point where like if I didn't zoom in, I might not have noticed. But we'll add a little bit of sharpening and stuff just to help it out a little bit. Now, the light on her face is just like a little flat. I'm wondering what I could do. I could maybe dodge and burn the face a little bit. It's hard to throw a vignette on there without getting the face too dark. This is where a real like portrait retoucher person would probably know what to do. I'm just making it up as I go. Not quite that much. Just gonna add a little bit of dimension to the face here. Computer is running real slow. Let's do another one, and we're gonna lighten. I feel like I've seen things on the internet about doing like dodging and burning on female portraits specifically, or portraits of people wearing makeup where you enhance the makeup. But I know nothing about makeup, and so therefore I don't know what parts to enhance. But basically what I'm looking for here is anything that looks a little bit brighter, I'm making it even more bright, and trying to leave the spots that are dark so that we create more shape and shadow. Just because we got this specific shot just ended up being a little bit kind of flat, the way that the light's hitting her, and I want to create a little bit more like, not drama, but like just contrast, just interest in the face a little bit. Literally just because that's my style. Let's see what that looks like before and after here. So before and after, I'm going to saturate it just a little bit. I think I went too far in a couple of places. Yeah, there are a couple of spots like right in here where I'm just going to go over the shadow part too, because I don't want to emphasize the wrong bits, you know? And then let's grab another brush. We're going to go back in on the eyes and use the old iris enhance. Bam. And maybe a new one, another lighten. And I'm just gonna kind of lighten around the eyes here. And that should just draw some more attention to them. Oh, I went way too far with that one. Whoopsie doodle. That's a thing people say, right? Whoopsie doodle. Hashtag whoopsie doodle. Let's see. No. I don't know if I like any of that. You guys ever just get to the end of editing a photo? You're like, okay, this is pretty good, and then you check the before and you're like, I kind of like the before better. It's kind of what is happening here right now to me. Whoopsie-doodle on a t-shirt. Hashtag whoopsie-doodle. I think Jay nailed it. Whoopsie-doodle. I think maybe without the E. Whoopsidoodle. Whoopsie-doodle. Not whoopsie-doodle. Whoopsie-doodle. Okay. I think I dialed it back enough that I like it now. This is not my greatest achievement. A little bit of saturation. Kind of want to fade out some of the bright stuff, so it's like a little bit gray and has like that kind of vintagey look to it, but then bring up the stuff underneath it so that it's quite bright. Something like that. How's the Dunning curve doing for me on this one? Oh, it's working. I am going to go into the HSL. Sometimes I have trouble with skin tones, and like you see how pink the cheeks get, and then there's like a little bit of blue in there and that kind of stuff. Sometimes it can be a little bit tough if you get like, and that's just human, right? But what you can do with specifically with Sony anyway, is if you bring your reds a little bit more towards the orange, and you bring your oranges a little bit more towards the red, and you can kind of do this with each pairing. So your yellows can be a little more green, your greens can be a little more yellow, those kinds of things, and it brings the colors, it does something with bringing the colors together that I find is can be helpful. And especially like in the cheeks, if you bring your magentas over to red a little bit, it kind of makes them feel like you're getting a little bit less of that kind of pink batch in your skin, which I'm noticing kind of up on this cheek here. And this hue slider is not doing it for me. What are you? Yeah, it's in the magenta there. It's tough because my my Lightroom isn't reacting quickly right now. It's like everything is like kind of behind. It's like 3 seconds after I do it. Okay, way too much saturation. I think we might be done on that one. I might brighten it up just a little bit. I still feel like sometimes the before and after tricks me, because I feel like I've done something in her face that I'm not digging. It's like somehow I made it darker, even though technically I made it brighter. It's got to be something in the dodging and burning that I did. I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm just gonna get rid of it. Maybe it didn't need it, you know? I concede to that. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about that. We got before, and we got after. I feel good. Thanks so much, Jason May. I appreciate it. Photo Finn is in the house. Thanks for the congrats. We're taking a quick coffee break, and then we're gonna get back to it. I gotta catch up. I'm taking my time on these ones. I'm gonna go find out if we got some super chats. I'm pretty sure I saw some coming through. How are you guys today? I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. I celebrated last night a little bit by ordering in some pizza and meatballs. It was absolutely delicious. There's a place in Edmonton called Famoso that makes like authentic Italian Neapolitan pizza, and it is so good. And then today I celebrated by ordering an iPad and AirPods, iPad Pro and AirPods Pro, and the Apple Pencil and the Magic Keyboard. I've been thinking about it for a long time, and I thought I need a reason to celebrate to get it. So Joel, we got a super chat from Joel Torres. $9.99. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. More coffee. Joel says, mine is a portrait of the beautiful model with the big lips. She's in front of green plants in the background. Let's see if we can go find your beautiful model. I think I found her. There we go. All right. This one, unlike me and Jason there, this one has room to crop in for Instagram. Now, okay, going back to, oh, I'm not showing you guys the thing. Dang it. It was bound to happen at least once. So we got, I could either throw the rule of thirds on the eyes like this, and then I'd be cutting off the hand, which I think is kind of like part of the motion here. And then, or I could put her up in the top and keep the hand in. What do you guys think? Do you like it better that way? or that way? Jay says at 30K I'm getting some kind of a tablet as a celebration. Not sure if it'll be an iPad though. Might go with the Surface. George says keep the hand. I think I want to keep the hand in too. Okay, so let's go back to that. Fill the frame. I like it. I like it. This photo is cool. It's got great contrast in it too. It's like got drama in it. Show the hand, show the hand, show the hand. Hands in the chat. All right, let's get to this. I'm pretty sure Joel shoots Sony. Yeah, AirW file, camera matching. Let's see what we got here. See how the colors change? Just matches your colors better on your Sony. I kind of like this deep. Looks kind of good. Let's try that. Alexander says, can I send you a raw photo now? No, you cannot. I announce it a couple of days before each live stream. I do it every other week. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram to try and catch it. Because I have already downloaded all the files. And I don't want to download files in the middle of a live stream. We're going to bring up a little bit of the shadows. Just a little bit of clarity. Just because the light is so cool on this one and it'll emphasize it. A little bit of texture. This is shot really, really well. Really beautifully shot. Joel, my dude. It's photos like this edit themselves. We're going to bring up our luminance on our orange just a little bit, because all the stuff I'm doing is starting to make her look a little too spray tanny. Make the leaves a deep green. You know what the trick, this took me a long time to figure out, but the trick to making your that deep green that people have in their photos, like on Instagram and stuff, is to desaturate the green. So I always thought it would be in the luminance. So you go over to luminance, you grab your green and you bring it down, and that helps a little bit, but the real trick here is desaturating it. And then you get that real deep stuff. And also, if you want to go move your greens, I guess you could go either way, but like make them a little bit more yellow, depending on what the plant is. You can make them really like teal like that too. I think for this one, I like the kind of yellowy vibe. Nicholas just said exactly the same thing. Sometimes I push the green to cooler. I often find myself pushing it over this way too. But like for this specific one, for whatever reason, I kind of like it in the yellow. Said, is that a good idea or not? Yeah, no, that's a great idea. I just find for this specific photo, I like it over in the yellow. Bloodshade says, taking live submissions, or were these previously submitted? These were previously submitted, so I announced it a couple of days ahead on Twitter, Instagram, and here on on YouTube. So just I do this every couple of weeks though, so lots of chances to get in for next time. Pedro's here. What's up, Pedro? Thank you for the congratulations. Okay, what else do we want to do with this one? I'm gonna desaturate some stuff that we don't need. See, check this out. So this is my yellow slider, and it's controlling so much of the what we see as green. So let's push that over to green a little bit. So I'm making my yellow a little bit more green, and I'm gonna desaturate it just a little bit. We're gonna get that what I call Instagram green, that deep green, the Becky and Chris green. All right. Now we're gonna go into the tone curve here. This one's going to be a little bit more fun to play with because we've got kind of many different levels going on in this photo. And I want her to pop, but I don't necessarily want her face to blow out. Like this right here, you can see that's starting to get her face a little too bright. So Becky and Chris green. Insta green. I like Insta green. Couldn't you highlight the background a bit dark? Yeah, I could. I kind of like it a little dark though. Especially like if you were going to, like if I'll do it at the end. I got something at the end. Casey Armada says congrats for 100K subs. Thank you. I appreciate it. What else do we got? I don't know. I'm feeling this one. This is a crazy killer photo though. You nailed it, dude. I would like to be able to see her eye a little bit more, but I'm gonna have to be really careful about this because it's gonna look real bad if I don't do it right. I'm going 2-to-1, you guys. We're going 2-to-1. Oh, I just put a big stripe across her face. Let's get rid of that. Okay, we're just gonna lighten up inside the eye just a little bit. Doom, 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 doom. Too far, Donna. There we go. Let's see. It might still be too far. It looks a little unnatural. It's like I almost want it to look like there's just like one little piece of light hitting her other eye. Okay, we're gonna do, I just want to bring up the one side of her face just a hair. So I'm going to turn down the flow, turn off the auto mask. I'm going to do a big soft swipe on this side of her face. And then very gently bring up the exposure on it. Is it doing anything? Yeah, it's doing something. So it looks like on the exposure, it looks like I'm doing a lot, but because I used the flow and turned the flow down, I'm really only doing just a little bit. And then if I want to go back in, I can paint in a little bit more in the darker areas. Under her eye and stuff like that. But what I don't want to do is ruin the shape of the light, because there's a really cool shape to the way that that shadow is falling on her face. So I'm just gonna try and be gentle. and keep it reasonably natural looking. Like there could be just a little bit of fill light coming in from the other side of her face. Okay, I think that's cool. So before and then after. So it still like looks like there's a shadow on the one side of her face. I'm still gonna bring it down a little bit. Keep changing my mind. Dun, 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 dun. Cool. It's dark and it's moody. Let's flatten it out so our eyes are even. There we go. I think I dig that. So before, and I tilted it too far. There we go. So before and after. Joel, man, this is a killer photo. I assume you did her hair too. Oh, and what I was gonna say earlier, someone was like, you know, you can make a bigger deal out of the background, but check this out. Okay, so I'm gonna flag that, and then I'm gonna quickly make a virtual copy. So you got the full thing if you want it, but like look in the background here, you can see like there's the, you know, cement of whatever that wall is and this stuff down here. So if you wanted, you could get in, let's keep it 4x5 still, and crop in real tight, because I'm pretty sure, Joel, what do you shoot on? Is this a A7R? You can get in real tight. And then what's cool about that is that your leaves actually kind of make a bigger difference when you're in this tight, because they're filling so much more of the frame, and because there was a good amount of light hitting the ones right behind her. Oh, this is an A7 III. This is a sharp photo. 50 millimeter. You're shooting at 5.6. That'll do it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Spinning wheel of death. Everyone's like, how is it so sharp? My computer is not doing so well right now. It is struggling. It like frees up for a second and then it spins, and then it frees up for a second and then it spins. All right, anyway, it seems to be letting me do things. So there's the before, and then the after, and then also like a secondary crop if you wanted a tighter shot, which I'm gonna move over just a hair. So you can get a little bit more of her hair in there, which is important because you wanna show that off. I mean, actually I probably cropped in too much if you wanna show off the hair, but I kinda like that. All right, Tamron 28-75 at 50 millimeters. Let's see, I could probably tell you what lens this is. Oh, I didn't do my profile corrections. It was the Tamron 28-75, shot at 50 millimeters. Let's apply those to the other one too. Yeah. The Tamron at 50 millimeters doesn't need a whole lot. All right. We got 3 down, I think. All right, I gotta find my super chats here. So we had a couple, but I've been taking a long time to edit each photo. Kyle and Andrea couldn't decide which one to edit. Let you pick. Guitar singer portraits. Congrats on 100K. Thanks. Thank you so much, Kyle and Andrea, for the super chat, for the coffee money. Let's make this happen. So I think you were the sneaky ones that managed to get multiple photos in here. Also, did you know that your camera is currently set to shoot in 16:9? No fear though, because you sent me the raw files, you see that it's already set cropped a little bit, but I can change that to original and then you get the full readout. But your camera is currently set up in a way that you might not want it that way, unless you're shooting thumbnails. Dominic says 3-minute edit. Okay, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna set a timer on my phone. Oh, you guys can't see. Dang it. Crap. Every darn time. So I'm gonna give that example again. Kyle and Andrea, if you're still kicking around, your photos are currently in 16:9, but when I go to crop, you see that there's room on the edges where I can move because your camera's set up the wrong way. Unless you did that on purpose. Unless you like... Kyle and Andrea says, I was filming a music video. I like keeping it 16:9 for thumbnails. You got it. But I assume your thumbnails weren't all in portrait mode. I'm just bugging you. But the nice thing about raw files, it doesn't really matter. Which one should I edit? Which one? I think I like that one. Let's do this one. Oh yeah, Dominic said 3-minute edit, so I'm gonna try and live up to that challenge. Okay, timer, 3 minutes. Okay. You guys see that down in the corner here? Wait, 3 minutes. I'm hitting it. Here we go. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to fix that crop. I'm going to go to 4x5, classic, Dunna, always. I'm going to try not to cut off too much of anybody. I almost want to like... almost kind of dig that highlight on the guitar. Okay, go through my, I'm gonna try and get through my process, but I'm gonna try not to think too hard about explaining it to you guys. I'm on a timer now, so. Cool it off a little bit. We're at ISO 3200, so I'm going to go into detail and I'm going to clean up some noise. I'm going to sharpen that afterwards. Maybe a little bit too much on the noise reduction. I'm going to go back in, add some more contrast, and I'm going to dial back the saturation. I'm going to go into my calibration here. I said I wasn't going to explain everything, and then I just went ahead and explained everything anyway. We're going to go to HSL. I'm going to desaturate a whole bunch of stuff. I'm going to try and keep in some of that orange. Because I think that was kind of the point. And then maybe make it a little bit more like red. And then make my reds a little bit more orange. They can meet in the middle. I got 33 seconds left. Time for a Dunna curve. Just enough time. Slap on a Dunna curve. there's so much dark in here. You can hear them sirens. They're saying you're out of time, and there it is. I'm out of time. So we got before and after. It's a nice photo. Didn't do too much to it. When you get photos that are like heavily colored like that, you kind of have to work with it to some extent. Like it's hard to if you were to try and fix skin tones or something like that, you can't really do it fully because if you look at the photos that were in this set, there's so much color in his face, you're not going to get a natural looking skin tone. But yeah, there you go, before and after. I dig that one. Thank you so much for the super chat, and thank you so much for putting that one in. Let's get rid of the flagged ones. And I'm going to find my next super chat. You remove the orange from the wall and that helps separate. Yeah, I pulled out some of the orange, which basically made it kind of separated him from the background a little bit. Let's get some coffee while I find the next super chat, because I know there were a couple more that I still got to get to. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, you guys. This is kind of like an unofficial celebration of the channel hitting 100K, which is unbelievably exciting. I'm so thankful that you guys are all here on this crazy journey with me. Something I decided to do 3 years ago or so, and just start a YouTube channel. I wanted to be a vlogger. That's really what I wanted, and here we are, 100K, crazy. Jay Lippman with the $10 super chat. Thank you so much. Says, one of these days I'll pretend to be a photographer so you can edit my photo, but for now I just want to say congrats. Thank you so much. Cheers to you, Jay. This coffee's getting cold, but I'm going to drink it anyway. That's good. I'm going to get some water too. All right. What else do we got here? Brian Eaton, congratulations on 100K, my dude. My photo is the puppy chewing on the antler at a bizarre angle. Okay, we'll try and do that. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. I'm going to switch over so that you guys can see the screen. And we're good to go. Maybe. There we go. Now we're good to go. Okay, let's find the puppy. I think that was close to the end. Is that it? Oh yeah. That is kind of a bizarre angle. We got some Dutch action going on here. All right. What is this? This is an ARW. ISO 1000. f2.2. Bam, 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 bam. Dominic says, you ever try cold brew? I don't really like cold brew. I don't know what it is. I'm just not into it. It's kind of bitter. All right, let's get into this. Camera matching standard. Calibration. And do my little move that I like to do there. Go back to basic. We're gonna bring down the highlights so we can see the detail in our cute little pupper there. Might bring down the whole exposure a little bit. And let's figure out how we want to crop this. Nicholas K says, this is chill. I don't know when I'll have the confidence to submit my own photos, but seeing work by a lot of other photographers is great. It is cool. It's very cool. I love that you guys come and hang out with me and let me edit your stuff. All right, I'm not gonna fix this all the way back to straight or anything, but there we go. Maybe a little bit of extra contrast. I'm gonna do a little bit of a darken up of that side of things. There we go. Straight into the HSL, my favorite place. I'm gonna pull out a bunch of the yellows and make them brighter. No. Yeah. Change my mind. Change my mind again. Dutch angle and a cute puppy. Life is good. You got it. Let's just get... I just want to pet his cute little head. Cute little head, puppy. Cute little head. So before, here's where we're at. Tone curve, add a little bit of contrast. It's not too heavy of a Dunna curve. It's more like a Dunna dip. Hey, hey. This is Zeiss Batis 25mm. That's an interesting lens. Let's give them a little clarity here and a little bit of texture so we can see all the little hairs and stuff. And there we go. We got before and after. You know what? I'm gonna make it just a little bit brighter. I lied a little bit. I'm not done yet. I'm sorry. I'm still going. Before and after for real. Thank you so much for submitting that. I love a good pupper photo. All right, some coffee. What time is it? 7:23. Oh man, I've been going for over an hour. Holy darn. Time flies when you're having fun. All right. Let's see. I think I had a couple of super chats that I haven't got to yet. Let's find them. That was Brian. Thanks so much, Brian. Appreciate you sharing your cute little fluffy son and or daughter. Mark with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much for some coffee cash. Coffee cash. I have accidentally bought an extra bag of coffee every time for the past couple of weeks, not knowing that I had some in the closet already. So I've just been stocking up. Mark, so with the $5 super chat. Sorry, I got distracted by coffee. Thank you so much for that. Congrats on 100K. My photo is the dude with the car and the bikes on the bad. All right, let's see what we can find that has a dude and a car and some bikes. Dude and a car and a bikes. On the road. That's what it was supposed to be. I think this is you, Mark. Oh yeah. Nice. Let's get it. I found it. I found it. I found your photo. A son and or daughter. The fluffy son and or daughter. The pupper. Typos. Hey. Pedro says just selected a photo for the next time. All right, you got to get in here. Okay, so first of all, this is very dark, so I'm going to brighten it up a little bit. Where are we focused? Not on the human. We're kind of like just a little out of focus on anything. Where is it? What were you shooting at here, Mark? It's kind of just like a general. It doesn't look too bad when I'm zoomed out, but when I zoom in, it looks like maybe it's just because you're ISO 1000. That shouldn't be too bad. Anyway, let's try and see what we can do. Camera matching. Oh, we got more options this time. Wait, this is a NEF file? This is a NEF file. Let's go with neutral. Hey. Hey. Her name is Mia. That's a cute name. She looked like she was enjoying that antler. Okay, and we got some serious noise going on, so let's go down to detail and use some noise reduction here. Just smooth that out a little bit. And then I'm gonna crank up some sharpening, but mask it. There we go. Texture. Okay, I think we got kind of a decent base here. Now I'm gonna warm this up. Wow, it must have been really blue out. I guess it was dark, so maybe it was really blue. Because you were shooting at, it says 70-50. So it should be really orange, but it's not. Let's add some pink too. See if we can kind of get this looking like a little bit of a sunset. Get that tone curve done a curve. Mark says, I think I was focusing on the car, but it was before dawn on an overcast day. It might have just been like a little bit of motion blur or something too, because it's just everything kind of looks like it's almost in focus, and it's noisy. What camera are you using? Maybe just like ISO 1000 at this camera just is a little soft, or maybe the lens is a little soft. Ain't no big deal either way. It still looks nice, and it's like nobody's doing what I'm doing and zooming in like there. But we got some purple fringing. Let's get rid of that. Whoops. Uh-oh. What have I done? There we go. That's looking better. Gonna crop in just a little bit here. We can center you up. Gonna crop in just a little bit here. Throw a little vignette on ya. A little bit of clarity to bump kind of the contrast. And then let's do something crazy with it. Let's bring in some color. Come on, computer. You can do it. On the road between North Bay and Deep River, Ontario. I love Canada. I should make a baseball t-shirt with "Done a Curve." That would be funny. All right, I think we're done on this one. So we got before, super dark, and we got after. Just brought it out, made it a little warmer. Looks like maybe we're approaching sunset. All right, thanks so much, Mark. Whew. Mike Myers here is creeping me out. All right, did I miss any more super chats? Or am I just starting to choose? I think there's one more super chat in there from Mr. Camera Junkie. Photo is of my brother, jacket, tie, wood fence. Okay. Mr. Camera Junkie. Wood fence. I'm looking for a wood fence. I might have to... Jacket, tie, wood fence. No, that's not a wood fence. There it is. That's an intense stare, man. Hey. Looks like he's about to fight me. Okay, so we got a bit of like an angle thing going on here that I'm gonna fix up. Try and get my vertical lines a little straighter. It's tough because there are like some horizontal lines going on that don't quite match with the vertical ones either. Let's go into the transform controls. Set some guides here and see how much it messes with us. Oh yeah, that really messed things up. Okay, so that's interesting. So I think the background itself, like you can see there are a bunch of vertical lines and there are a bunch of horizontal lines, but they must not actually be vertical and or horizontal. So I'm just gonna punch in a little bit and get a little bit more of a headshot. Bloodshade wants to know where the music's coming from. This is me. This is all me. Every last bit of it. If you guys are ever interested and you want to go do a search for Dunna on Spotify, I got a couple of tunes up there that are all me. I made all the beats, sang all the parts. There is also another person on there named Dunna that is not me, and I think it's reasonably easy to tell who's who. He's a rapper that is, you know, intense. And I want it to be like a Justin Timberlake type pop star kind of thing. Okay, Camera Junkie, you asked for it. You specifically requested that I done a curve your photo, so I'm doing it. We're gonna desaturate this, devibrance it. I want it to kind of look like a villain in a movie. We got a bit of noise. Oh yeah, we're at ISO 3200. Holy, 230 millimeters. When's the music pack coming out? I'm working on it. I'm working on it, you guys. It's just the details. It's on my to-do list, but it's all about the details. Ooh, too much on the noise reduction. Let's cool it, Donna. Cool it off a little bit. What do I think the price would be? That's actually a tough thing that I've been having trouble. So let's say there are 5 songs in this pack. Okay, now imagine this for a second. If you were to go and license a song to use it in one place, you might pay anywhere from $35 up to $100 for one song. Or you can go to a service like MusicBed or whatever, and you can get the subscription and you continually pay for it, but you get to use all their music, kind of thing. So somebody puts out a pack that, let's say, has 5 songs and the loops as parts of those 5 songs that you can use as many times as you want. That's not a single license for each song. That's like you can use them royalty free. What would you pay for a pack of 5 songs? And would you prefer to buy it song by song? Let me know in the chat. That would be helpful for me because I'm trying to figure out what to do, and it's difficult. It's tough to know. Mean mugging here. This looks epic though. I'm digging it. It looks like some kind of a movie or something. I feel like we gotta it needs to lean one way or another as far as color goes though. Maybe a little bit cooler. Get that kind of creepy vibe going on. A little bit of Ozarks kind of look to it. Anyone watching Ozarks? Dominic says 125 for 5 or 30 for 1. Nicholas says, you have a lot of experience editing. What makes you default to that curve? I generally just like the way that it looks. I like to fade up my blacks a little bit, and then I'm just adding a little bit of contrast. I think we're done with this one. So before and after, Mr. Camera Junkie finally got Dunna curved. This is epic. This does look like, he looks like the bad guy, like the villain in a movie. The shadows down on his eyes like that, and the kind of straight down lighting. Very cool. Nice shot. Thanks so much for submitting. Thanks for the super chat. There is one that I want to get to. I don't know if Jacques is here, but he sent in a photo. It's a buddy of mine. You guys might know him as Jacques Slade or Cousteau. He's a YouTuber who does shoe photography, or he does stuff about shoes. He's a sneakerhead, and so he's got some shoe photography, and he wanted me to edit one of these guys. This one's kind of cool. Let's do this one. Center that up a little bit. We'll make this quick because I don't know if he's actually here. I know he's a Sony guy, so I know how to deal with this. JP says, have you seen The Last Dance? Yes, I just finished the whole thing the other day. It was really well put together. Really, really well put together. Super impressed. It made me want to play basketball, and it made me want to buy sneakers really bad. We got some some stuff on the shoes. So if I was going to go super in depth on this one, I would go into Photoshop and clean that up, but maybe I can do a quick look here in Lightroom if I make my brush really small. There we go. No, that doesn't work. There we go. I think that was the biggest one. Yeah, there's a little bit more dust going on there, but Josh Haynes, what's up? Oh, and I got another super chat in there. I'll get to yours in a minute. Bloodshade Z says, I mean, you're pricing for licensing music for projects. If so, that's different than what I'd imagine using it for, which is just to add to my editing playlist. Ah, I see. Like you just want it as like listening music kind of thing. Yeah, no, I'm talking about making it a pack. If I can, also like make it a pack for people to use in their YouTube videos, as well as like put it on Spotify so that you can just like listen to it. I will, but it does get a little bit tricky trying to make it so that people can't, just steal it. Okay, we got a nice center weighted object here, so I'm gonna heavy vignette on it. Ding 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 ding. Too heavy on a fade. Kind of like this one, maybe without the Dunna curve, without the fade up at the bottom anyway. Maybe my exposure's just too low. There, that's looking pretty good. Shoes and cars are just like so contrasty and sharp. I think I dig that one. Did I turn on my lens corrections? Close enough. 24 to 105 f4. That's looking pretty good. So we got before and after from Jacques Slade. I don't know if he made it tonight, but all right. Need a quick break. Quick break. Josh Haynes is in the chat now. Just need that deep Dune voice. Dunna voice. Kyle and Andrea says, I want to record a metal cover of one of the Dunna songs. There you go. JP says, it's a little hard to give a number because you live abroad. Yeah, I would have to do some conversions to understand. It's tough because I think, personally, I use MusicBed and Epidemic Sound and Artlist, and those services are awesome and they're affordable and that kind of thing. But it would be cool to this music I specifically made for videos. It's good for talking over. It's kind of chill. It's not too hype or anything like that. Yeah, so it's tough to know. If you guys have any ideas on what you pay for a pack of 5 songs that you could use forever in your videos, let me know. Might even be 6 songs. My playlist is addictive. See, that's the idea. It's supposed to be music that you can use over and over and over again, not just often when I go on MusicBed, I grab a song and the songs are amazing, but I'll grab one and I'll only ever use it once because it makes sense for that moment, that kind of thing. Josh Haynes says $25 all day. See, now this is the issue. Is that I think it's worth a lot more than $25, considering, again, you would take one song from some typical kind of licensing platform and you would pay somewhere between $35 to $100 or more for one song for one use. not for like an extended, like you can use this as many times as you want on your thing. So it's tough. But yeah, 25 a song. Yeah, no, that's, yeah. So if it was a pack of 5, I don't know, even that. But then I want to also, there's a part of me that just like wants to make it super affordable so more people can get it. It's supposed to be something that my audience can reach, something that's reasonable. But we'll see. I'll figure it out. JP says, for example, Epidemic in North American standards is affordable, but in Colombia it's kind of a big flex. Josh Haynes says, do a subscription base. Yeah, I mean, maybe I could figure out how to do my own subscription service. MusicBed might not like me that much anymore. Or Epidemic or Artlist. Nah, they'd be cool. All right. I think I saw we had Olivier had a bribe for my photo. Thank you for the coffee money. We got a super chat in there. Let's find that Milky Way shot. There it is. That's nice. Oh boy, we got a lot of chromatic aberration going on there. Let's see if we can get rid of this. Unable to locate matching profile automatically. Oh, it's a JPEG. Okay, let me see what I can do here. So all that purple. All that purple hanging out. Oh, you guys can't see, of course. Jeez. Brian Eaton said Bandcamp. Bandcamp's not a bad idea. I should look into what I can do there. I have a Bandcamp from way back in the day. There we go. We got rid of some of the chromatic aberration, or the fringing, I mean. Let's see what we can do here. Dehaze. We're going to go in and we're going to take out some of the color in the sky. Not all of it, just some of it. Hey. Josh Haynes, do the music through Patreon. Ooh, that would be a cool way to start my Patreon. Or if I just hit 100,000 subscribers and YouTube still hasn't given me the join subscription thing. I've been kind of waiting on that, hoping that I could use that. But maybe Patreon is the way to go. Zach says, dude, I love your channel so much. Thank you. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being part of the 100K. I seriously appreciate every one of you. Jay said, I was going to ask about your channel membership. Yeah, I don't have the option yet. As far as maybe I'm missing it. Maybe I just I'm not seeing where it's supposed to be, but I'm pretty sure I don't have that option. No Dunna fade, no Dunna curve on this one because I don't want to ruin the blacks in this. Treat my astro photos a little bit differently. You guys are too nice. All right, I think we're done this one. Before and after. Killer shot. I gotta do more astro. It's fun. Use the brush to pop up the Milky Way. That's a great idea. I should have done that. Let's go find that again. Although it's pretty bright already. Yeah, you know what? I'm happy with it. I'm gonna leave it. I feel good about it. Patreon is risky. What if they pay 1 month and get your music and use indefinitely? If the uploaded vid blows up and they stop their monthly Patreon sub. Yeah, that's true. that is a risk of doing it on a subscription model like that. I mean, that's really the trick, is like, you know, subscription services like MusicBed connect to your YouTube account and like approve you, and I don't know if I can do that as just like an individual. I think that they have like a whole team that deals with that and stuff, so there might have to be like a little bit of faith going in there, a little bit of just hoping for the best that people won't try and cheat me. But I don't know. I seriously appreciate that you guys are giving me ideas, because I've been racking my brain about this for a while now. And yeah, somebody keeps saying do the planes, so let's do this one. Ninehouse Art says you should make a tutorial on astrophotography. I should figure out how to do better astrophotography and then make a tutorial on it. Which is basically the story of my entire channel, is like figure out how to do something and then teach everybody else how to do something. JP, was that you that was constantly saying, I just kept seeing it pop up and then it would go away in the chat, that you wanted me to do the planes. I like the framing on this. I like all this empty space on the right hand side. It's very cool. Let's give it some contrast. Let's desaturate it a little bit. Let's go down to the calibration and make that blue a little bit more teal-y. Hey. Hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Let's bring up some shadow so we can see the undersides of those planes a little bit. Maybe a little clarity. Just a little. I'm gonna warm this up a little bit. And then let's do something a little crazy here. Let's take a radial filter and crank up the temperature of it and the exposure. And then right from the corner that they're like exploding out of, and then we'll invert it. It's a little much on the exposure. Maybe actually I want to do it from the other corner. So it's like the sunshine. Sunshine and lollipops. Nope, I don't like that at all. That was a terrible idea. Whose idea was that anyway? Who said that? Maybe it's not that bad. Let's go back. Let's go back from to the other corner there. Computer doesn't want to do what I want it to do. Yeah, that's kind of cool. That's cool. You're shooting at f5.6. You got some dust on your sensor, just so you know, or some oil or something on your sensor. So we're gonna clean those guys up a little bit. Oh, there's some more. There's some smudgies. Pudgy smudgies over here. You got, I could see 4 of them. It's funny, you like don't notice them, and then you notice one, and all of them pop out all at the same time. Okay, I think I got it. I think I got them. There. I think before and after. That's kind of cool with the like explosion looking thing where they're coming out of. I dig it. I dig it. Thank you so much for submitting. This was a cool photo. JP. Oh, it's water. You got water on your sensor? Shafay says, change the sky. If I had more time, I'd get into stuff like that. Lian Huang? I'm probably saying that terribly. Love the video you did with Becky about the Insta feed. Super relatable. I submitted the underexposed street shot. Thank you for the super chat. That video is super fun to do. One, because Becky's like one of my closest friends, and two, because we were at camera camp and everything there was just super fun. So, underexposed street shot. I'm gonna assume that's this one. It's nearly black. ISO 400. This car looks like, oh, is there a person walking in front of the car? I was like, this car only has one headlight. This is kind of cool. Once you bring up the brightness and you can actually see what's going on, this is neat. Ah, Kenneth was in here. Kenneth, if you're still here, thanks for the congrats, man. I appreciate it. JP, water on the lens. That makes sense. That's a temporary, easy fix. Okay. Let's make this moody. This one's gonna get a fade on it for sure. Oh, I'm on luminance. I don't even know what I'm doing, you guys. I'm just making it up. Dominic says that already looks dope. Pushing a dark raw file can be really satisfying. Yeah, totally. Yeah, it is. Or like when you pull down the highlights and all of a sudden there's just like things you couldn't even see before. Nicholas says, I say it's pretty moody already. Oh, we're gonna make it so moody. This is gonna be the moodiest mood that you've ever mooded. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but I'll figure it out one way or another. Just desaturate everything but the reds, maybe. Thank you guys for hanging out. We've been going almost 2 hours now, and there are still 46 of you here. If you guys haven't already, go hit the thumbs up for me. It helps a lot, and I appreciate it. And I appreciate you guys. I wonder if that driver was like, holy crap, there's a person there. They look like they're pretty still. I think they came to a nice, firm, and complete stop. Or at least that's what I'm going to tell myself to make myself feel better. Let's clean up some of the noise. And then we're going to sharpen the heck out of it because that's going to make it gritty. And actually I'm going to go grab my texture tool. That's going to make it really, really cool. Texture tool. I got rhymes, you guys. I got so many rhymes. So, I think this one's pretty good. We got before and after. Oh, you know what I gotta do though to make it extra moody? You gotta have a heavy vignette on it. And actually we could probably crop in a little bit further. Like really set that scene right in the middle there. Before and after. Surprised I didn't change the temperature of the photo. I think I did. Oh no, I didn't. What happens if we warm it up? cool it off. Ooh, that's kind of cool. That looks more like a movie. That's kind of neat. Jeez, good suggestion on your own photo. Let's see if we can find a sweet spot here. Maybe like 4,000. It's tough because my computer's reacting so very slowly. So I like move it and then I have to kind of wait a little bit for it to react. Not like that. Like I waited and then it didn't do what I wanted it to do. It almost looks black and white when I hit the spot that I matched the headlights. That's pretty cool. Like really blue like that. Let's find a spot here. 3,400. Okay, I'm gonna call her on that one. I'm feeling good about that. So before and after. That is cool. All right, I got time for one more photo. Who's in the chat that has a photo? Who is in the chat that submitted a photo? You can either bribe me or you can just tell me what your photo. Dominic Cruz, what is your photo? Where are you? Where is your photo? Which one is it? Mine are the last three. You're one of the sneaky ones who submitted multiple photos, aren't you? How dare you? Just kidding. This one's cool. This is neat. Bob's Burgers is here. Hello, Bob's Burgers. Good to see you live, Donna. Hope you're doing good. Thanks for the super chat. Thanks for the coffee cash. There's still a whole bunch of people in here that haven't got their photos edited. Jeez, and we're already at 2 hours. I appreciate that you guys are all submitting your photos. If you're worried about me not getting to it, I do this every 2 weeks, so you can submit again next time. We had a lot of super chats today, so I ended up doing a lot of those. We'll get this last one, and then I'm gonna get something to eat. Hey, yeah. Is this a JPEG? Dominic. Theo, sick, a fellow Canadian from Vancouver, bruh. Not me. Are you from Vancouver? I'm from Edmonton. Pixel Voice says, feel sorry that I'm unable to donate. I like your things. Keep it up. Do not worry about it. The super chat thing is it's cool. It's extra. I really appreciate it. It does help things keep going. But if you can't afford it, or if it doesn't work for you right now, there's no pressure to do it on my end. Okay, so don't feel bad. Just come out, hang out, get in the chat with everybody, ask some questions, submit a photo if you can. Let's get this thing rocking. That's actually a great point about the I was talking earlier about the music that, you're hearing in the background, and I want to make a pack and stuff. It's like, I want to make it affordable so that people can actually get it. But I also don't want to shortchange myself on what, I put a lot of effort into it and that kind of stuff. It's a tough thing to figure out. That's why, when people come out with products and stuff like that, you see things like the Peter McKinnon backpack or the variable ND filters, and people rag on them for being expensive. And it's like, there's a lot of work that goes into that stuff, and it's tough to find that balance. So, yeah. Anyway, EAU Media says, what's the topic for next week? I don't know yet. You guys got any suggestions? So every other week I alternate. I do an editing one and then I do a talking one. Anything you guys want to talk about next week? I got exciting stuff coming out next week for video content. Maybe even a follow-up would be cool on the video, like the video that I'm gonna make doing a follow-up to that would be kind of cool. Doom, 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 doom. JPEGs are hard to edit sometimes. Hey. 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 Farts Photography wants to know how to submit raw photos. That's what we're going to talk about next week in the chat. I gotta email you or something. We'll figure that out. Price it to your value, discount it every now and again. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Bob's Burger says it's always good to show appreciation. Yeah, no. I appreciate you guys, and I know you guys appreciate what I do, and you guys show it in whatever way you feel makes sense for you. That's key. That's key. Bob's Burger says you should start selling beats on YouTube too. That's kind of the plan. I mean, not like, well, I could sell beats to like rappers and stuff. That would be through probably through my studio. Jason May says, I always copy the link from Insta and mail it to myself so I can easily submit the RAWs on a computer. Also, Instagram desktop version works pretty well now. So if you do instagram.com/donadidit on your desktop, they've made some leaps and bounds as far as what you can do there. This one's fun. All right, I think we're done with this one. We got before and after. It's got that kind of like almost like deserty kind of vibe with all the dirt in the foreground here, and then kind of got it desaturated and stuff. Very cool. Thank you so much, Dominic, for submitting this one. And I think I'm gonna call her at that because I've been going for 2 hours and 7 minutes now. I managed to get through, how many photos did I get through here? What's going on? There we go. I managed to get through 14 today. I think that might be a record. Dominic, no need to apologize for the JPEG. It's all good. All good. It's fun. It's a little bit of a challenge. Hey. Let me, I'm gonna get the chat over here so I can see what you guys are saying and kind of look at you too. What do we got? Wow, didn't notice you got 100K subs. Thank you so much. All right. Love the vocals added to the music. Yeah, me just sitting here singing the whole time. I look really grumpy too, don't I? I want to re-edit my first paid photo gig. It was all JPEG. Yeah. Bob's Burger said, if you uploaded and titled the last beat chill lo-fi like Lil Yachty type beat, it would sell instantly. Yeah, probably. Although it's got to compete with the other 900,000 Lil Yachty chill lo-fi type beats that are on there. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for everyone who submitted and everyone who came and hung out. If I didn't get to your photo, again, like I said, I do this every couple of weeks. I'm alternating between like a chat one and then an editing one. So make sure you keep your eyes peeled on my Instagram and my Twitter and here on YouTube. I got a video coming out on Monday that's going to be all about the Insta360 R. Is that what it's called? Insta360 360R. 1R, that's what it's called. I don't even know. I'm halfway through making the video. I don't even know what the camera's called. It's the modular 360 and action camera. It's very cool. So make sure you keep your eyes open for that. And we'll see you guys next time we do this. Thanks again for coming out. You guys rule. And thank you for 100K. Again, you guys are the best. I can't wait until it's safe to high five you all. Later, guys.